So, and yeah, so today is our NTW week, and we are honored to be part of the session for this week in sharing the idea of how AI that actually can help us, to do a little bit more different when it comes to deliver our training learning material. All right, so let's have a quick start. Okay, before I start, let me do a very simple introduction about myself. Alice, I'm going to be your host today, as well as one of the speaker in sharing some of the information for today. All right, but later on, we're going to
that what are the tools, how actually can easily create using AI, okay, to create a little bit more engaging kind of the e-learning content. All right, so let's have a quick look for our today agenda. So we're going to cover these 5 different main topics for today. I'll just start with a very simple introduction to give you an overview. How those content are being used. I also have a few examples for you to have a look. Then we are going to see the live demo. Like, okay, Alice, you say this is so easy, right? So how easy it is? So we are going to have 3 different speakers in sharing 3 different tools that how actually we can easily create those meaningful and design more engaging kind of the training content, okay, where you can host it in most of the places. And at the end, we are going to do a little bit more on sharing. Okay, I'm going to have one case study that how people or how the organization they successfully adopt and run it with adopting these creation tools, right? So without further ado, so let's have a quick Q&A questions. So we're going to flash a poll. So you're going to see the poll question on your right. Just tap on the poll and we're going to flash on it. So have a quick check. Have you used any AI in your work? Okay, so we have participants here physically and majority of you are joining virtually. So if yes, you can choose A. You know what, at least every day, almost every day I'm using AI like ChatGPT, So it really helps. I cannot live without ChatGPT like I do. All right. B, or I have kind of like tried it, but I'm not really applied in work. Okay, B. Or C, I have kind of like heard of it, but not really have used it. Or D, you know what? Maybe I do not really have idea what actually is AI. So let's have a quick look. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to put up the Q&A. But maybe before I flash on the the result. So let's flash on the next question. Okay, I see people's answering. You may have used ChatGPT, but I would like to hear for those that who answer regularly or maybe have tried ChatGPT. So other than ChatGPT, is there any other tools that you use it in your work, especially when it comes to creating training material or learning material for your audience? It would be great. You can just drop your answer in the chat. Okay, so we heard of some people saying that at least I'm using Canva. Canva also using AI. Also come with the AI. I'm using Canva to create my PPT slide. Okay, I just need to prompt and generate from it. But other than that, is there anything else? Okay, so while you guys is writing, so let's have a quick flash on our result for the first question. Wow, we see that 60%. Okay, we have 60% people online use it very regularly, which is good. Okay, and some of them is using ChatGPT, and I feel very lucky that at least no one say that, okay, I haven't really used or do not have any idea. I think AI has been in the market at least a hoo-ha for the past 2 years. ChatGPT, of course, is something that I myself, that I cannot live without it. I use it almost every day. It's like literally every day in work. Okay, so.
But other than using AI, because AI like ChatGPT, those tools are creating or prompting to give me answer. But today I'm going to share with you that anything the tools that is more relating in creating training material, right? So how actually can AI help us to prepare the online learning material easier and faster? Okay, so rather than you always listen Alice saying, today I'm also inviting our virtual learning buddy. Okay, I have Elena is going to share with us
about this mini section here. So let's have a quick look.
Thank you, Alice. Hi, everyone. I'm Elena. I'll be your sharing and learning buddy today. Let's start with our topic. Let me ask you this. Have you ever wished you could turn your ideas into engaging training faster without needing to rely on designers or tech experts? Create engaging training without designers, using smart AI tools that do the heavy lifting for you. As experienced trainers, L&D professionals, and educators, many of us are already creating meaningful learning experiences using tools we know well like PowerPoint, Word, or traditional authoring software. These methods have worked for years, and they have served us well. But now, we're entering a new era where AI can enhance how we work, not replace it. So, what's changing? With AI tools, we're not throwing away what we know, but we're upgrading it. First of all, AI can support your writing. If you need help drafting a course outline or learning objectives, the AI can help you get started in minutes. AI can generate visuals and voiceovers, so we no more spending hours searching for the right images or hiring voice talents. Most importantly, AI can speed up content production. With tools like Articulate's AI Assistant, Beyond Go, or Colossian, you can generate interactive, video-based learning content, even without design or tech skills. It's not about replacing what we've done. It's about giving ourselves new capabilities so we can do more in less time and reach more learners. Just like what you're watching right now, this was created without a designer by using AI tools. I'll stop sharing here and hand it back to Alice. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you, Elena. So what do you think? Just imagine today my participants, okay, or even my learner is going to view this kind of the content, right? Rather than at least standing here, we record myself, and then I just ding dong, saying, kind of bored sometimes, But actually, video like this can quickly, you guess what? How long do I create this video? Quick guess. 1 day, 1 week, right? For your information, I just spent less than 13 minutes to create this. So what I did, I just put out the information, let it prompt. Actually, the first draft can be just done in just 5 minutes. Then you can just do a little bit of editing, right? But no worries, you're going
more this later. Okay, so let's going back to explain a bit more. Okay, so again, why I'm not saying that PPT or Word is not an option. It's still a very value so-called tools or material that how actually we can present in our physical class. But today I'm talking about people are also looking the options to do online. It's just like today, majority of the participants here, we are joining online. Okay, of course today is more like this webinar, we are just listening, someone is sharing. But you just imagine that when it comes to something that relating to learning, we can have not only one type of material, but we can provide different varieties. And the most importantly, because right now, the people attention span are getting shorter. If let's say we have a video or any material that able to explain, our content faster, I can just spend like 5 minutes and then I can just complete my learning, right? So micro-learning also is one of the way. Of course, there's many reasons here that why we wanted to do a different way of learning, okay? And let's move on to the next one. So I think, as mentioned just now, we wanted to do different ways. So to be frank, video is one of the very good way in deliver the material as well. Agree me if I'm wrong. You can disagree with me if I'm wrong. So video like just now, the one is more on using AI avatar in narrating out the content. But you just imagine that actually, there's also studies saying that storytelling actually can even bring people understand a bit more that when we talk about more application kind of the things. For example, I want to do scenario-based learning, role play, for example.
but maybe using real human, then I need to act like, not like actors, but we are not actors, right? So how we can easily create that is we can use the tools like animation tools. So this is how actually when we are building content, we wanted to, after we talk about, let's say that serious topic, compliance. Okay, so how serious is this? We wanted to have a scenario. So let's have a video to do the storytelling, okay, how the situation happened, okay, and this can be help the learner to implement or to understand a bit further, to make it more meaningful. Okay, so again, let's have the video and have a quick look. Oh, maybe I just messed that up, but let me just play here.
In a world where attention spans are short and learners are busy, we need training content that's clear, engaging, and impactful. That's why more educators and trainers are turning to AI-assisted animated videos as part of their learning toolkit. Animated videos offer a fresh way to deliver content visually, emotionally, and meaningfully. They help learners stay focused and absorb information better than plain text or static slides. One powerful approach is storytelling. By using relatable characters and situations, we create emotional connections, making it easier for learners to relate, reflect, and remember. For training that requires decision-making, scenario-based visuals allow learners to explore choices, see outcomes, and build confidence safely and realistically. When it comes to explaining complex topics or processes, a short explainer video can do wonders. With visuals and narration, it simplifies learning and saves time, both for the trainer and the learner. The best part? With today's AI-powered tools, you don't need to be a designer or developer. You just need your knowledge and the right support to turn it into something powerful. Animated videos are just one way AI can help us work smarter. Whether it's for onboarding, soft skills, compliance, or leadership, AI helps us create meaningful learning in less time.
Alright, so you can see that actually animations, we can do different kind of scene, environment, not limited to that. I still remember that we have did this one project. They wanted to talk about leadership, but they put more like a superhero series in designing this. And these are the tools that give us a lot more flexibility when we want to do different kind of the learning. Yeah. All right. So, but before we move into the next one, I would like to share a bit more about blended learning. Because you see, when we are talking about doing different way of not only the material itself, but also the model that we may want to consider. Yeah, just a quick check. I believe blended learning is someone, most of the people may heard of it. Or have you even tried to deliver it in your classroom? Maybe I can just ask our participants physically. Have you tried any blended training in your company?
Like hybrid session, online and physical?
Yes, so some people they call it as hybrid learning as well. So actually it's a combination of physical interaction with the material could be online. So it's not limited to within classroom. Like for example, today I do like this. I'm going to interact with this, but at the same time I also play some video maybe from YouTube, or I grab some information to share. This is also one kind of blended learning. Or I can do different mode before classroom, after classroom. These are different kinds. So meaning that we bring in different elements. Yeah, so it's something that your company or you have experienced that before. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it is something most of the people have experienced that. Yeah, but one thing is actually in blended learning, they also have more than 10 different models inside, if let's say you go to study. But I'm not going to share with you one of the model called flipped classroom. Yeah. flipped classroom. Yeah, or flip model. So, okay, flip model actually is quite commonly used in the Western region, but I think in Asia or at least in Malaysia, I think we are still kind of like, we still can catch up. But one thing is I see the value of flip model. Yeah, so what actually is flip model actually is transitioning from our traditional classroom. So traditional classroom is, you just imagine, okay, normally I just need to attend physically, okay, then I listen to what trainer is saying or either the teacher is saying, okay, 90% or 99% of the time, trainer is the one, okay, you know what, ini. Then the last 5 minutes I ask, any question? Not. You know, I'm Malaysian. Tak ada. Nak balik apa? No, you know, like no one have any questions, right? So, but one thing is after that, the students are being provided an assignment or homework. When they go back, this is where they start to do their activities. But you know what? Actually, in this time, this is where the help is needed. Because when they do activities, it's just our kids now, when they do activities, alamak, mak, saya tak tahu lah. You know, how am I'm going to do this, then I need to ask my mother. Then sometimes our parents may not be a teacher as well, they don't know how to answer. So what am I going able to refer to? So this is where flipped classroom, actually they turn this particular mode, terbalik. Okay, so you can see at the bottom here, the learning actually will be due offline, meaning actually the homework is going to do the learning first. When they come to the classroom, the trainer is more focusing on activities. Okay, so you just imagine that actually in most of the classes, I would say the theoretical part at least is done more than 50% or 60%, and then the remaining maybe Q&A or mini activities. But do you know what? Actually, we can save a lot more time, which can convert and make this theoretical material to make it available online by using the tools that I'm showing just now. So the learner are being provide this theoretical learning before the classroom. I can give them like 1 week before because every learner has different learning pace, right? Then afterwards, during the classroom, the value of the trainer is very important and it's very good as well because the trainer no longer teach one way, okay, cakap-cakap saja, but I'm going to run more activities, Q&A, share case studies, right? So this is where I'm able to evaluate, when they're doing the group work or discussion, when they have questions, I'm here to support. I'm going to facilitate these activities. Yeah, so this is how actually flip model is one of the good ways that I really recommend organization can able to adopt it. Yeah, so of course, why I mentioned flip classroom because it used to use in a lot of education sector like schools and so on. But in fact, training provider or even in the company as a training team, you can redesign your whole learning program. Okay, so and look a little bit more. Okay, I'm not the expert here, but when it comes to Bloom taxonomy in adopting flipped classroom, this is how the concept you will apply. You still remember that the theoretical part, we are going to apply it before the classroom because the e-learning part, okay, or the learning material do priority. Remember and understanding can be covered. Yeah, then during classroom, we're going to do a lot more activities. This is where the participants or the learner going to more focusing on applying or analyzing the activities about the topic. Then afterwards, of course, after the classroom, we're going to do like OJT, okay, which require a little bit more time. Could be a 3 months, 6 months, it depends on how you design your program, okay. We are going to evaluate them or either the supervisor is going to evaluate them. And you just imagine that, just imagine that when a person, when they have become an expert, they're able to recreate that particular thing, right? So it's just like masak lah. I always like to use this analogy. At the beginning, when I just learned masak, okay, my mom say I need to put bawang first. And now I'm going to cook this, okay? I remember lah. Then afterwards, slowly I know, we need to put bawang because we need to make it become wangi dulu. Then only we put meat and so on. I understand why this thing happened. Okay, and then I'm able to apply it. Okay, then afterwards, alamak, why this thing is like hangus ataupun bau-bau berbeza? When I'm expert, I'm able to analyze about my food, right? Then afterwards, of course, when I'm able to analyze, I'm also able to evaluate. Or sometimes when I go to makan luar, ni rasa sedap lah, macam like other, ABCD, right? So then afterwards, balik, I can create my own recipe. So this is how Bloom taxonomy, how people learn as well. It's not going to be like one day, but with the design of the model like flipped classroom, actually it able to give us value when it comes to this kind of thing. All right. So the next part I'm going to share more about, other than just doing video, like these two samples that I mentioned just now, right? Actually, there are also ways of we can create interactive e-learning content. I think our participant physical here, we also do projects together. So we build this interactive content together. But you just imagine that right now the tools come with the AI. Yeah, so I do have an example. It's called PTPA. Okay, let's have a quick look. Okay, let me just pull it up, make it slightly bigger. Okay, so you just imagine that I'm not only looking at video, but there will be a combination. Okay, so this is one of the content we call it RISE. If let's say a learner is something that is on the go, to be frank, this is a very good tool that especially when you design for people on the go or mobile learning. Okay, so this is the course description here, and I'm going to have different topic here. So it's not limited to text, I can put video inside. And the good part is I can put question, Q&A, interaction, and all of this interaction, or I would say more like the Q&A, able to track our learner learning progress. So let's click to start the course. Okay, so I can start with a video to give my learner to understand like the context about this particular topic. So after the video, then I do have reinforced learning. So you can see that because there are many types of different learner. Okay, some people are more visual, some people are more listening, some people, they need to do activities. So we can combine those every different kind of learning activities into one e-learning content like this. Okay, I have visual, I have audio, reinforced of learning. Okay, then in between here, I can create Q&A to test their understanding. So this is a very good way in how actually we track the learner learning progress. You can see that I can put infographics and many more. So this is more proper kind of e-learning, right? Okay, so without further ado, okay, we are going to move into the live demo with the 3 different tools that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so I'm going to invite, okay, the first speaker for today, okay, Beyond, by Nick. Okay, so I'm going to have Nick to be on stage. And we're going to see how this tool, AI can create the Beyond video. Beyond video actually is the animation tool. Over to Nick.
Okay, so basically Beyond is one of the tools that you can actually create for AI nowadays. Okay, so this is Beyond. Basically in Beyond, there are a lot of simple ways to create videos. Nowadays, the AI system that include inside Beyond. So first of all, basically we can always start from scratch. Okay, start from scratch. So basically is that you have no idea what you have, where to start, but you have a topic, you have a title for that. So let's, for example, we want to talk about sexual harassment today. Okay, so basically we will have like sexual harassment. So basically we will prompt so basically we will prompt certain words from that, sexual harassment, awareness as well. What else is in the wording is that okay, change that very quickly. Of course, awareness, we have sexual awareness, we have awareness, female, co-workers, okay, certain words for that to form it up. Okay. Then once you're done with that, basically you can just select the languages that you want. Basically, today we will try and focus on English, like English. Okay, then from there you can just select the layout that you wish to go for. Basically, we have talking head, conversation, and narration here. But of course, definitely we go for office type. Okay, we go for the opening office, which is the this first one here. From below here, we can actually can choose the character that we want, the character style that we want, or if you want to create your own, you can actually create it from here as well. Another more option here basically is that the vibe that you want to include into the video. So from here, because we're talking about sexual harassment, basically is informative, so we just keep it here. Or else we can go for casual or even formal. Okay. Playful will be the types that is not suitable for types of content like this one. Of course, you can, if you have playful content, then you can choose the playful type. Format type, you can go for just for overview, or you can just, because we are talking sexual harassment here today, so basically we just go for overview instead of like how-to or tips. Now, once you're done already, you can just click create video. Let it load a bit, okay. So this is the video that we prompt up from the words that we have inputted in. Okay. This is where you actually can preview it, but let us not preview this one first for now, because I'm going to show you another one, which is more accurate one. Of course, definitely from here, basically, once you prompt up the video already, anything at the side there you want to change the script, you can actually change immediately, even the character as well. In case if you do not like the Westerner character, you want to be a more localized character, you can actually create it from here. Okay, so let us go for the other one. This is one that you can actually, one of the way that you can create video is using certain words to prompt. But what happens if you want to have a script already? You no longer need to prompt certain words, you already have the full script. What you can do is that you can still go back there. Okay. Okay, from the topic here, you can see there's an add button here. Just click on it, click on file, browse the file from your computer. My site is here, and we will have that. And once you click in, again, change any language that you want to change or anything like that. Okay, we will go back to what we did earlier on. Okay, things, yes, everything is clear, and then just click on create video. And then from here, the AI system from Beyond will actually prompts up the words. Before you start prompting, you will create up the video. It will give you to see the overall words that you actually input it in. This is the words that is from my file there, depending on the words. But do look into the it has a limit of the wording stuff. Okay. And then it look a bit, depending on how many wordings you have in there and the details of information that you input in, then you will generate from that. If it's taking longer, that's due to because of the information that you have, the total information that you have. Okay. But of course, also based on the topics that you talk about. If the topic to talk about is more very formal that type, we will try to create a formal one. If it's a very fun one, sometimes you create faster in a sense. Okay. Now we have it here already. So script up a bit. Okay. So this is the script that you generate from the document that I actually uploaded. So I will show you here the video around just for like 1 minute and 30 seconds. So we can have a look on it, see how it looks like.
Today, we're discussing a serious topic: sexual harassment in the workplace. There are two main types: quid pro quo and hostile work environment. Let's start with quid pro quo. This occurs when a manager offers benefits or threatens consequences for sexual favors. For example, promising a promotion for a date or threatening termination if someone refuses. Now let's discuss hostile work environment. This is characterized by verbal or physical conduct that creates an intimidating atmosphere. Examples include persistent requests for dates, inappropriate jokes, or displaying lewd materials. To determine if an environment is hostile, we assess the severity and frequency of the behaviors. It's crucial to consider how these actions impact the victim's ability to work effectively. Remember, victims can also be bystanders who witness harassment. Harassers engage in unwanted sexual behavior, while bystanders observe without direct involvement. Awareness is key in addressing these issues.
So this is the video that generated from my document. Okay. Now, of course, definitely we can have a quick edit for at the side here, which is the script one for the characters that you want to change inside content presenter itself. Definitely you can change the voice as well from here. Now, what happens if you want to change and make big changes? So basically, you can just go to an edit video from here. Then from there, you can actually do the full editing inside there. Okay. Beyond basically is very flexible. The whatever characters that you have inside here, basically you can just interchange with character, other beyond characters that you prefer, rather than just using whatever character they have here. Basically, just change it from here instantly. Okay. Now, definitely, once you create a video, really this video is in English. Some of you might answer. My question is like, oh, I want to create a English version, but also want to translate it into other languages. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. Instead of manually typing in or replacing in the script itself, you can actually click on here to have the system itself to translate the whole video for you to the languages that you prefer. So let me select to Malay, which is one of the common one in our local here. So we can select Malaysia, and then you just translate automatically. Also, depending on how many scripts that you have, you will take time to translate that video itself. So complete already. Now from here, we can actually have a preview again. So you can see already all the words and even the voiceover itself already generated.
Hari ini, kita membincangkan topik yang serius, gangguan seksual di tempat kerja. Terdapat dua jenis utama, quid pro quo dan persekitaran kerja bermusuhan. Mari kita mulakan dengan quid pro quo. Ini berlaku apabila pengurus menawarkan faedah atau mengancam akibat untuk nikmat seksual. Sebagai contoh, menjanjikan promosi untuk tarikh atau mengancam penamatan jika seseorang enggan. Sekarang, mari kita bincangkan persekitaran kerja yang dicirikan oleh tingkah laku lisan atau fizikal yang mewujudkan suasana yang menakutkan. Contohnya termasuk permintaan berterusan untuk tarikh, jenaka yang tidak sesuai, atau memaparkan bahan yang tidak masuk akal. Untuk menentukan sama ada persekitaran bermusuhan, kami menilai keparahan dan kekerapan tingkah laku. Adalah penting untuk mempertimbangkan bagaimana tindakan ini mempengaruhi kemampuan mangsa untuk bekerja dengan berkesan. Mangsa juga boleh menjadi penonton yang menyaksikan gangguan. Penyayang terlibat dalam tingkah laku seksual yang tidak diingini, sementara penonton memerhatikan tanpa penglibatan langsung. Kesedaran adalah kunci dalam menangani isu-isu ini.
I believe you do notice that some of the words actually overlay each other. There were no problem on that. Certainly because there are translations, sometimes the Malay will be slightly longer than the English. For that, you just can actually just drag a bit here, the duration here, it will go back to normal. Okay. Of course, definitely every time you translate from a certain language to another language, sometimes the duration might be shorter out already or even longer out for you. So for that, it's just a minor small problem that you can actually just change it on the spot here. Then you can just be done with that. Okay. So that's basically is beyond how we use beyond to create using the Beyond AI to create a video that we want from the script that we have, from the document that we have, or you want to probably from the script, you can do it so as well. So moving on to this, basically, if you have any question, please do that. You can actually ask me now about regarding or beyond that you wish to know.
Yeah, I think we have a few questions online. Yeah, actually. Okay, is there any type of the file can be uploaded into Beyond?
Okay, basically there are file limitation there, but most of the time you can support Word file, Excel file, and PowerPoint file. Okay, those are the common files that you will support.
Okay, second question from Jonathan. Is there an enterprise plan for unlimited user?
Okay, for that, I think this question will be, I will answer you back, we will answer you back at the end of this session, because this is actually more towards to the plan itself, the sales plan itself. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jonathan, for these questions, we can get our sales team to connect with you. Good news is actually Beyond you offer enterprise plan now. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a quick look for the third question from Shwada as well. If I don't like the voiceover, can I use our own audio?
Yes, inside Beyond, you can actually click on the voice recording, right? And then you start recording your own voice. Or you have a pre-recorded your own voice, you can just upload it and then you just apply it to the character that you wish to have the character to using your voice to start speaking. Yeah, that is no problem. But definitely you will for the voice file itself, best you can keep it to MP3 or WAV format. Okay, those two formats are the best one. MP3 basically is the loosest format. WAV format is the raw format, which is the higher quality one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I think we do have another question maybe from chat. Maybe have a quick look on chat. Yeah, can we just flash out on the chat side? Yep. Okay, we have a question from Zato. Okay, WRT, the existing script, we could add it in any format, example, Word, PDF, PowerPoint. I think we asked the same question just now. Yes. Okay, let's go a little bit to the top and see. Okay, is Beyond free or we need to sign up?
There is a free trial for Beyond. Basically, you have 12, 15 days.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. There are 2 weeks for you to actually to try out on the Beyond site. Basically, also Beyond, if you are using your own email or company email to register for that free trial, right? Please ensure that if you plan to reuse that email again, you can actually, once you purchase the full license, right, you can use back the email. So that every file, whatever file that you create inside the free trial, you maintain inside once you purchase it. Okay? Yeah.
All right. We still have Q&A coming in. So, okay. Are all videos only in animation or can there be a real life scenes? Can we add our own clips as well?
Yes, Beyond basically actually supports the video format as well. Once you import it in, you can actually use your own video to create, as an overlay to create. But Beyond is not a video editor. So basically, once you import your video in, you cannot edit your video. So you can only use your video as its footage only. Yeah.
Okay.
So last question.
Last question is Beyond a local company or foreign? Asking in regards to support.
Okay, Beyond is basically based in US itself. So basically, whatever you need any technical support or server support, right? Basically, it's in US stuff. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but just for information, because of course, eLearning Minds, we are carrying Beyond as well. So your first level of support is always come from our organization. Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's it for my side here. I will pass this ball to Ash. We'll talk about our commission.
Yeah, thank you, Nick. So then the next part, we are going to talk more about the AI avatar video. Yeah, so let's have Ash today.
Hey. Hello, everyone. So I'm Ash from eLearning Minds. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you, Nick. So in this quick session, we are going to explore a tool that is currently changing the way that teams like HR and L&D been transforming their content, for example, onboarding or any internal communication into a video format to ensure there is more learner engagement and something quick, something easy for you to deliver as well. So now what we're looking at is Collagen. And this allows you to turn simple text into professional videos in just minutes. No, I'm not kidding, within minutes, which is what I'm going to show you today. So we will be using AI avatars, cloned voice, and even your own custom avatar or instant avatar. So let's jump in and take a look, and let me show you. How do we do it? So this is the home page. Oh, it's loading. Let's give it a sec. Okay, great. So, well, you can already see me on the screen. Without further ado, let's start with, so this is the home page. This is how it looks like. And Collagen is a browser-based tool. So anywhere, anytime, you could just carry, as long as you have good internet to work with, you can just go on and create your videos. So we're gonna look at each feature. I will go a little slow. If you would like me to pause anywhere, feel free to type in the chat. And if you have any questions along the way, please type it in the Q&A session as well. And towards the end of the session, I will address your questions. Okay, great. So let's start with the first feature here on the top left. What we see is a create the video. So creating video, this is how we start from scratch with the template. So Collagen here do provide existing templates as well for you to see. So I could show you how the templates look like. So these are some of the existing templates. For those who are very rookie, you have no idea how to create any content, you don't know, you're very new to creating videos. But however, let me ask this question. Everyone here has the experience of creating PPT slides, right? PPT text. Yes, yes. I would like to see some yes in the chat. So let me ask you again. Those days we come up with our own content, right? When we create PPT slides, we have to know the content in order to create text. So earlier when Alice asked the question, so what's the most popular AI tool that you're using? So of course, without the consideration, it's all LLMs, right? We have been using it heavily on all the large language models. So now creating PPT is even more easier with all these tools that's available. What I am going to show you is that you don't even need to think or to copy paste the contents. What you can do is just within a click, you use a template that is already existing. You can see how colorful and with the designs and everything, right? You can just click and you can use the template. Just plug it in your existing details, okay? So this is how the draft is creating. Of course, you can see a bit of loading process because there is avatar with voiceover. This is each slide shows each scene. So this is where your PPT content, you can come up with your own content. So let's say you have your own content or you would like to get creative. So you can create your own content up to your preference. And with every scene, you can just change. So you can change your scenes and you can play around with the scene. Okay, and the placement of the avatar and so on. So this is for someone who would like to create from the scratch. Okay, seems pretty easy, right? Since you have the template, you just have to choose which template you would like to use. Now, what's more easier? Let me show you what's next. The next feature that we're going to look at is AI video creator. So this is the highlight of Collagen. And as the title says, how to transform your existing content into AI video, right? So when we click this AI video creator, what's going to happen is that Collagen comes in with AI prompting. So how does this AI prompting going to help you is that you just have to drop your document. So your document could be, let me show what is the document that we're going to use. Oops. The slide, sorry for this. I think we are having some internet. So as I mentioned, the only thing that you need for Collagen is the internet. So, okay, so let's try again. Now that we are back online. So we're going to drop a document here. And let me show you what is the document that I will be sharing today. So what we are looking at is the 5 levels of leadership, and this is a PDF. It's just a condensed information. So talking about the leadership level, and it's just words and some figures, as you can see. Any contents that we currently hold or any idea that we'd like to talk about, it's a 12 pages PDF. Okay, so now we have seen how long do you think will you take to read this material? Since we have someone in the room, maybe I can ask her. You get a faster response. Don't feel attacked, okay? So how long do you think for you to read this material?
2-3 days.
Oh, 2-3 days. Okay, never mind. So 2-3 days for her to read, not to come up with the content, but she's talking about reading it. Okay, so this material she's gonna take 2-3 days. What if you could just make it simple and we're gonna type, to be more precise in creating the video, we can just drop the document. Okay, so let's go back to collision. So we have dropped the document here, and to be more precise, you can just you can enhance by saying the topic is 5 levels of leadership, and then you can also write your target audience is target audience are first level managers. So you can write more in order for you to have more precise. So since I'm just showing you a demo today, so I'm just going to make it very simple, and you can write as much as you want so that the content will be more curated to what your expectations are. And what's more fun in creating content here with Collision is coming up with branching or quizzes. So you can see the tabs here. So story branching feature and quiz, this is what allows us to download the videos that we are creating, not just in MP4, but also in the SCORM file. So Collision here supports both SCORM 1.2 and also 2004. So whichever LMS that you are currently using at your firm, you could just easily utilize to download the SCORM file and upload it. All right. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to create a video with duration 3 minutes, let's say, and then quizzes. Then once you click continue, you can choose a template that you would like to go with. So here we're just going to go with modern. So if we are up to some creative, because the target audience here, we just wrote managers, so I would like to go with something a bit more professional. But if let's say you would like to create some for your team, you would like to make it as fun as possible, then yes, please go ahead by all means. And here, everything that you see are all customizable. Up to your company logo color, or you have your own color scheme that you'd like to work with, feel free to, and even textiles. And once we use this template, see, I wasn't kidding, right? I meant within minutes, it's not even a minute, and your video is ready. Yeah? Wow. So we have the video here. This is the draft, okay? And with this draft, what you can see is that every slide content within the 3 minutes of the time frame that we have wrote in the previous command, right? So we have a video here ready, and each scene comes with the interactive part where you have an avatar, you have scripts, and you even have stock images. Some of them do even have running video at the back. So this is where your content creating comes way more handy and easier for you to create. And it even gives bullet points for you. And all these are not just heavily done and not to be edited. No, you can just customize. If let's say I would like to change this to different content, I can just play around with it. So now, not just a template, but you have a solid framework for your own video. And all you have to do is a bit of proofreading and just change whatever you would like to, maybe the topic you would like to change, and then you can just carry on with it. What's more fun is that when we create PPT, of course, we have the designing part and all that done. What we don't get is the script. Here, with the AI prompting, you even have every single slide, every single scene with script. So you can see, maybe we can play and hear what she says.
Are you ready to elevate your leadership skills? John Maxwell's book introduces the 5 levels of leadership, offering a roadmap to becoming a great leader. Discover how each level builds on the previous one. Enhancing your ability to influence and inspire others.
Okay, so now we have seen the avatar's mouth is not moving, right? Did you notice that? The reason being is because this is still in the draft mode. So once we generate the video, the avatar will start speaking. The reason being, Collision here supports up to 75 languages. So this content is in English now, right? What I can do is that easily change it to any language that I would like to. So these are the heavily used language here. And since we have most Malaysians, we can just change the content with one click. So if let's say your company supports content in multiple languages, especially those in global level, so you would like to create in like maybe you have your partners in Russian, you would like to change it to Russian, by all means, please go ahead. So you can see not just the script, right? Not just the script, but also the content on your slide has changed. And I would like to show you, since we clicked on the interactive part, right? It also comes in with quiz. And of course, if let's say you would like to maybe delete one and you would like to change how you want the interactive part to be, is correct or no, you want some explanation, everything is customized. So it's up to you how you would like to carry on. And of course, the A has been translated into J. So this is where the proofreading, the human factor comes in. Okay. So this is not something new for us. Those content creators, we know how you have to go with editing each pages, but here at least you have a layout and you have the narrative of avatar. And what else can you do is that, okay, let's say I don't want someone that's looking a bit foreign. Okay, let's go with someone that looks more relatable since we are in Southeast Asia. So we would like to, okay, let's go with a male figure, and you can just choose based on the age, and you'd like to go by the ethnicity. So maybe I'll just click South Asian. And we even do provide the scenario based. So let's say you're from healthcare industry and you would like to use some healthcare background, then you can go ahead and click. So factory and so on. So now let's just click Yusuf here. And when I switch the avatar, what I could do is that, so I can just click here, apply to all scenes. I will just replace him. So you could see all the avatars has been changed to Yusuf character now. And some of them has been, okay, so let's say you would like to have it full body or shoulder size. So you can just play around and place in. So from avatar to the voice, everything is just customizable. Okay, that's what I'm trying to show here. So here we change from Madeline's voice. Earlier was Madeline, so now we'll just use Yusuf's voice. So here you could see there are not just one voice for each language. In fact, there are multiple voices. So for each character, if let's say in Malay, I would like to have Yusuf voice, I could just play with Yusuf voice. For some reason, I can't click. However, I have loaded the video here for you. So knowing that some internet connectivity issue might pop up, so don't worry. We have some backups, and so the backup is not working either. Okay, great. So let's watch the video. This is after generating the same topic of the video. So let's give it a minute. Okay, great. I'll just play the video for you to watch.
Discover how these levels can transform your approach to leading others.
Meanwhile, maybe I could just answer the questions. So we have Malik asked a question, could I use an existing raw interview videos to create an avatar video? So Zatul, if let's say it's an existing video, you would like to put it in and you would like to have it as an exit, you will go through the create the video and you will just upload the existing video and you can have an avatar pop on the screen. You can add some script for the avatar to explain about the video. So you could do that as well. If there's any other questions, maybe we can go on with it.
So yes, we do have next questions. If I don't want to use any of the character, can I upload my own photo?
Okay, that's a great question. So what I would like to show next, what we have prepared here is actually, you can come up with your own, as you can see on the homepage, right? Let's go back to the homepage. So there are options in Collision that you can come up with your own, you can clone your voice and also create your instant avatar. So how does the instant avatar works is that you can record yourself for 20 seconds or even 30 seconds and without moving your mouth, of course. So you can see on the screen that you can see my existing, this is me and that's my avatar on the screen. So I could just record myself and post it and create my own instant avatar. As you can see here, this is the instant avatar tab. And once I click here, it shows record a video. So you can use your existing PC and record yourself or even upload an existing video to come up with your instant avatar. Okay, and with that instant avatar, you can come up with your content in any languages. So maybe I could show this video here. Come on, internet, please be good to me. Okay.
Allowing your content to reflect your natural tone. How cool, right? Stay tuned for more updates. Now I pass the floor to Real Ash. Closian is more than just AI video creation. It's a new way to deliver personalized communication at scale. You can now clone your own voice, allowing your content to reflect your natural tone. How cool, right? Stay tuned for more updates. Now I pass the floor to Real Ash.
So now this is actually the instant avatar, what we saw. And there is also another add-on feature which is called the custom avatar. You can also feel free to use the custom avatar. So let's say for institutions like your CEO is always busy and flying and you have a lot of new joiners coming in and you would like to show your member of the C-levels. So you can just create custom avatar and the custom avatar will look like any of the studio avatar that we saw earlier. You can put them in a full body mode or bubble mode, and you can just come up with different contents to show them. So this is something that Collision allows you to do, to come up with your own avatar and to clone your voice. So you have heard my voice and you heard the avatar speaking earlier. So that was my voice and I can now speak in multiple languages using Collision. So that's how cool it is. And I would like to show the next thing.
Adakah Anda bersedia untuk meneroka jalan untuk menjadi pemimpin yang hebat?
Stop and give you a bit of. So the context here is that it's the same leadership material that we generated earlier. So this is the English version, and we have just clicked on the Malay variant, right? So with the Malay variant, now we can hear how the Malay sounds like. Okay.
Buku John C. Maxwell menawarkan pelan permainan untuk kepimpinan yang merangkumi pandangan tentang 5 peringkat kepimpinan. Ketahui cara tahap ini boleh mengubah pendekatan Anda untuk memimpin orang lain. Dan kepimpinan bermula pada peringkat kedudukan, di mana orang mengikuti kerana mereka perlu. Ini adalah pintu masuk untuk semua pemimpin, bergantung kepada hak yang diberikan oleh jawatan dan gelaran. Walau bagaimanapun, kepimpinan kedudukan tidak mempunyai pengaruh dan merupakan pengganti yang lemah untuk kepimpinan tulen. Pemimpin tahap 1 sering bergantung pada peraturan untuk mengawal orang bawahan. Cabarannya adalah untuk bergerak melangkaui tahap ini untuk membina pengaruh sebenar. Apakah cabaran utama bagi pemimpin kedudukan tahap 1?
So now this is a question Q&A. So you have to answer in order for you to move forward. So you can see the video just stopped. And this is where all the same Java, right? And it's wrong. Of course, I didn't even read that question. So how does it help the L&D from L&D and HR perspective is that when you upload a content, so earlier what we saw is the PDF material, right? The 12 pages material. So now if we, let's say if we just pop it in our LMS and expect the learners to read about it, and how can we quantify and know that they have actually gone through the materials and not answering your Q&A just based on using ChatGPT or something. Because now the technology is so easy that you can just throw the PDF into it and copy the questions and you can get the answers. And how can we make sure that they are actually watching they are actually going through the material and also answering based on their understanding. So this is one way of doing it. Having a video and in between having Q&A, make sure that when you download this, right, when you click download, you can see this is in SCORM material, right, SCORM file. So you can also, the completion criteria, you can make it as ended. So once success criteria, you can just add on pass if let's say you would like to have a success criteria. So by doing this and uploading it in your LMS, right, you can make sure what they have watched the video and they have answered, and you can trace back what they have answered. So this makes the L&D team even more easier, especially for trainers. Let's say you are providing training. So you could use this easily as your pre and post study material. And what can it help the trainers is that by having this pre and post material posted and all this COM file will help you to quantify your training materials as well. So you will know exactly to what point do the learners have that engagement when it comes to reading the material. So we don't have to wait for 2 days to read the material, where you can just play a video of, let's say this is like less than 3 minutes, and 3 minutes you're done. So you have saved your 2 days in going through the content and answering questions. Okay, so we have seen how the English version, and with one click we can just generate and we can just come up with different language variants. So what I would like to show next is having onboarding. So onboarding is a repeated thing that every HR does. Most of you guys are here actually from HR and L&D. So onboarding is something that unavoidably you will be doing in a repeated manner. Unless there is a change in the policy or maybe there are some additional features, only then we will change the material, right? So in this case, how can you make the repeated action, make it into something that is more not time consuming? So rather than delivering the PPT or policies, how can you make sure that the new joiners are actually going through the material? So I'm a bit guilty as well. If you ask me to read like multiple pages of policies, like if you come up with like 20 pages, it's still fine. But if let's say you're talking about 40 pages of policy and you expect me to go through, I would just ask my HR, hey, what do I need to know and where do I sign? Right? So that's what happens when we give policies to commoners like me. So what we can do instead is that we can just upload your existing PPT or even your PDF. If let's say you would like to retain your content as it is, so you can just come up with a narrative base. What happens here is that you just throw in your PPT and you can write your own script. So this is coming up with your own content, right? So retaining your existing material, and by coming up with it, you can just add the script and play it. For example,
welcome to your new role. We're pleased to have you join the team. This onboarding session will help you understand the company's values, work environment, and the steps to get started. Let's begin this journey together.
So you can see
our organization was
each slide is each scene. So this is a 5 pages slide, and the narrative is just going on in the background. If let's say you don't want to use any of the available AI avatar on the screen, and with the same content, what we could do is that we can also put in an avatar just to have some human factor. They feel like, oh, somebody is talking to me, you know? And the same content you can just change by adding in an avatar.
Welcome to your new role. We're pleased to have you join the team. This onboarding session will help you understand the company's values, work environment, and the steps to get started.
So if you realize the script is same. So we have just added the avatar. So you can get as creative as you would like to be. And it just allows you to do different way of delivering your content and easier knowledge retention as well. And the placement of the avatar, you can see they have the gestures, and which makes it look like more human-like explaining a PPT. So in this case, rather than them just going through the PPT where they might miss any information, you could have your AI avatar here standing and talking, just highlighting, not repeating the slide, which is a common mistake that people do during presentations, right? So you can just have the avatar standing and talk about what is important. So in order for them to have the grasp the information, the important ones, you could just have an avatar to talk about it. Okay, great. So far all good. So I will just make a summary of what we have seen today, right? So first of all, you can use Collision to come up with your own own video content. You can create your own video, and you can also use the AI video creators help, the assistive of the AI prompting. You can come up with your own, you can drop your PDF or PPT material and convert them into a video. Not just any video, not just an informative MP4 video, but also an interactive one where you could have quizzes or story branching. So story branching, how can story branching help you is that when you are creating role play, especially there's new joiner and you would like to create some role play, you can just make use of the story branching to make it more engaging for the learners as well. And we have also seen when we import the document, the document retains as it is. So you can have your company, let's say you have your deck that this is how the deck should be presented. You can still have your deck. You don't want to change the interface into a video mode. So you can still have your PPT or your PDF retained, and you can have it with just narrative explanation if you don't want any AI avatar, or you can put in, just pop in any AI avatar. So there are about the stock avatars here, about 200 avatars that we have that can speak in 75 languages. And we don't just talk about language here, there is a bit of localization involved as well. So for example, to make it more engaging and interesting, right? So let's say I would like to have an avatar, an Indian character. I could also choose the Indian accent English. So the avatar can speak an Indian accent. So then another avatar, let's say you have a British lady standing and she could speak in British English easily. And then you could have the normal American English as well. So you could do this localization to make it more engaging and also fun. And you can have it also, you can create your own instant avatar. So there are up to 45 levels. So this is an enterprise mode. You can create your own instant avatar to clone your own voice, just like my avatar spoke earlier. You can start your presentation or any of your training pre-material or post-material to have a bit of personal touch, which we here at eLearning Minds heavily use it for personal greetings. Especially for our clients, they love it. So because it's Chinese New Year, I don't speak Mandarin, but my avatar does. I even speak Japanese or even Korean. So this is how we keep it fun and moving with Collision. With that, thank you for Collision. So let's look at the Q&A.
Yeah, so thank you, Ash. We do have a few Q&A here. So let's look at the first one. Yeah, let's scroll. Okay, yeah. So can Collision export video with transparent backgrounds like alpha channel, we should put in bracket, for integration into third-party tools like Articulate or beyond?
Okay, that's a very good question. So Collision video, when you export it, it will come in a video format where you don't, you can't have the transparent. So you cannot remove the background unless you use an additional tool to edit it. So for example, if let's say, but Articulate and beyond here, Articulate is much more on authoring tools, right?
Yeah.
So
maybe I can add on to for these questions. By the way, this is Alice. So Articulate itself, most of the time how actually Collision and Articulate actually they can kind of like partnering together. So your video is still creating within Collision. Then afterward we can pack or just publish Collision video into MP4 and put it as part of our learning material in Articulate. Yeah. Whereas for Beyond side, for information, Beyond also do have AI avatar. Yeah, but unlike Collision, we do able to create interactivity like quizzes as well as branching scenario, which Beyond is pretty much more just MP4. Yeah, but again, similarly, it will definitely work well together with Articulate as well. Yeah, for information, sometimes we even have a combination of Collision and Beyond. So we can kind of play with the tool. So it depends on your creativity and what you available on your list here. Correct. So to sum up your answer, yes, you can integrate these tools together if you are existing user of Articulate. And then you can still take it in from Collision as well. Yep, so let's move on to the second question. There are some analytics in the video page. Does this work only in the web page or will they still work once the video is uploaded in an LMS?
Okay, great question. So the analytics that you see in the Collision website is using this link and you are watching using Collision. Okay. Now, when you have uploaded, when you download it in SCORM file and you post it in your LMS, then yes, all the activities, the engagement, for example, the quizzes, whether they answer it correct or not, and how long they take to watch the video, then those kind of things you can still track it on your LMS. So there are two types of tracking here. One is the video based, which is from your browser, what you are watching and so on. And another one is the LMS where you download its COM file, you upload it, and you can track it from LMS.
All right, great. Let's move on to the next question. Since there's interactivity built into the output video, does it download as only MP4 or it is a SCORM package?
Okay, great. So I think I've also mentioned this before. If it's just a video format, then it will be downloaded in MP4. If there is any part of quiz or story branching, and when there is engagement interactivity involved, you will be able to download it in SCORM package. So the SCORM package allows you to download in both 1.2 and also 2004. Based on whichever mode your LMS support, then you can download it in that SCORM package and upload it.
All right, then we have one more question actually that dropped in chat. So from Fauzi, would that be an option to choose between Malay, like Malaysian, and Malay in Indonesian voiceover? The earlier shared samples lean more towards Indonesian Malay, which works the sound rates for the Indonesian audience.
Yes, this is a very good question, Fauzi. So I appreciate this question and I was expecting that as well. So within one click, of course, there is two types of Malay involved in Collision, right? So the first one is the Malaysian Malay and another one is Indonesian Malay. Here, you have to be careful when you choose the accent, like I mentioned before. The accent, you have to choose the Malay one. And there are voices that are catered for the avatar for each country region as well. So if you use the code with ID and maybe Yusof, then it will speak in more Indonesian manner. And if you choose the MY with Osman's voice, then the guy will speak in Malaysian Malay. And also when it comes to this, right? So when you do the direct translation, it can be it will be written as Karana, but it might end up saying Karina. So this is where the mixing of the AI thing. So this is where the proofreading comes in as well. So once you have generated the video, so earlier we were just playing, clicking each scenes and so on. So what you do is that when you do the proofreading, when you go through each script and scene, then you will be able to amend it accordingly. And also we can teach you once. So at eLearning Minds, we carry Collision. We are one of the authorized resellers. So Collision is from UK. So what it helps us to do is that from eLearning Minds, we do provide the training on how to come up with Collision video, which involves the instructional designing and also with the script writing. How can you turn it into the localized language? So as we have run for most of the 4 widely spoken languages in Malaysia, right? So the accuracy is more than 85%, which is quite high for an AI tool to translate and to have the engagement of the accents spoken as well. So this is where we step in from eLearning Minds to assist you with this kind of services.
Yeah.
Okay, there are more questions, okay.
One last question. Let's move on to the one last question to the next one. Okay. Is there a free trial with all features? They need to create 1 or 2 videos to impress the decision maker in the organization.
Oh, yes. So not just a free trial, we do offer the service of we can create a POC for you guys. So this is not just an open thing, which was supposed to be my closing anyway. So for those who have joined this event today, which we will allow you to post this event, we will send you our QR feedback form and so on. So those who are interested, please feel free to reach out to us. And what we will do is that if there is any content that you would like to change, and we will help you to do the POC as well. And this is what we have noticed in the past is that free trial only allows you to go about it, and you may not be able to know how to actually operate the tool. So what we will do is that we take that burden from you, we will help you to create a POC. So in that case, it will help your decision makers.
All right, thank you, Ash.
Okay, thank you so much. So now I will pass the floor to Andy.
All right, so thank you, Ash. Andy help cover on Articulate.
Right. So, yeah, thank you, Alice. So now I'm Andy. Just a short introduction. So I'm Andy. from eLearning Minds. So basically my role is a developer, so working closely with the instructional designer to help them creating up the e-learning courses. Okay. So now, before I start, maybe I need to ask audience some questions. So normally, how long for you to create an e-learning courses? Okay. So maybe 3 months for storylines. Okay. If you more complex, like level 3, level 4, it might take more longer. Okay. For RISE, maybe you can take up to 2 months or maybe 1.5 months creating a RISE. And then this one is include from the kickoff meeting, content analysis, until constructions, review, and then sign off. Okay. And then this is not include the localized process. Okay. For localized process, maybe you need to add up 1 to 2 month gap. Okay. But how about if I tell you now, you can cut off this duration into the half, okay, with the AI. Okay. And then you can do localization to your 2 to 3 language in few clicks. Okay. So now let me introduce you the tools which is the articulate AI assistant and localization. Okay, so for today's demo, I mean only mainly showcase for RISE 360. So for the participant who does not know what is RISE 360, actually RISE 360 is an authoring tools. Okay, so it's allowed you to creating the e-learning tools. So the result is the one that you see the Alice share just now. It's like web-based, something like that. Okay, so this RISE tools is allow you to creating a beautiful, interactive e-learning content. And then most important is it is a fully responsive. Okay, what does it mean fully responsive? Which means this content will change the ratio based on your devices. Okay, because now we know that learners is not only learn in PC, okay, it will learn in mobile, tabs. So it's very important if the content can adapt the screen size. So RISE can adapt that, right? So now, how about AI assistant? What is AI assistant? So for AI assistant, actually, it's like of course, like assistant, it help you to generate content. Okay, it give you an idea how to generate certain outlines. Okay, to generate an image, or of course with audio also. Okay, for localization, very straightforward. It can help you to localize certain language. Okay, maybe from English, Malay, Tamil, Chinese. Okay, so now let me jump into RISE 360. So how can we use AI to create a course, okay, in like few minutes? Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. So for RISE, it's very easy. You just log into Articulate 360 dashboard, and then you can go to RISE. So to using AI to creating a course, you just need to create a new course. Okay, and then you can see start with AI already. So clicking it, okay. So you jump to a certain page. Okay. Okay, so just need to wait a few seconds. Okay, it depends on the bandwidth. Okay, so you just need to fill in certain details, like the ones that what are the objectives you want to achieve with this course. Okay, just need to fill in it, and then the AI will help you to generate this course outline already. So for example, now I have something here. Okay, for example, you need to fill in what is your course about. So maybe in here I prepare. So my course is about training workspace harassment awareness training. Okay, so just press it. Okay, so do you have any target audience? Okay, if you have, you can insert it if you want. So let's say I just end all level of employee in the small middle enterprise. Okay. Now next one, do you have any learning objective? Okay, so this is very important. Okay, what are the things that you try to achieve with this course? Okay, so I just copy, also prepare to understand and define the sexual harassment as it. Okay, now, at this point, you can directly click continue here in the course. But again, I will really recommend you, if you have the detail, okay, for example, you have a policy, you like 40 pages of the PDF or what, okay, or maybe documents, MP3, MP4, okay, PDF, PPT, like slides, everything, or even though you have the storyline file, okay, so you can upload here, okay, so the maximum size is 1 gig per file, okay. So I just click it and then I try to upload. Let's say, for example, this is my document. I just open it. So just take a few seconds for me to upload it, for it to analyze the document first. Okay. So we always recommend you to put up certain document in there before you prompting for generate the course, because how do we say? We want to end up the result is too close what we want. Okay, because different company have different policy, right? Okay, so that's why they will recommend you to download it. So now it's done. Then click continue. Okay, so now you can see it helps you to generate certain lesson outline, including the subtopic for you. Okay, generate topic and subtopic for you. So lesson 1, what is the topic in there? So for example, lesson 1, understanding sexual harassment. Form of sexual harassment, defining unwelcome behavior, impact of sexual harassment. Okay, also you can see others, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4, and lesson 5. Okay, now at this point, it doesn't mean it will generate like this thing. Okay, let's say if you are not satisfied with it, okay, you want to remove certain thing. For example, I want to remove lesson 4, for example. Okay, I just click remove lesson 4. See, so I just click. So the AI will help me to remove it. Okay, still maintain the lesson. Just remove the one that you don't want. Or of course, you can remove. You also can add also. Okay, or you want to reorder the lessons, no problem. Or you want to change the focus. Maybe change from the all employee to maybe for C-level, management levels, or like what color, white color, blue color, something like that. Okay, now I've gone through everything. It seems to look like good, so I just need to click insert course outline. Okay, so give a few minutes for let the AI to help you say wrap up everything, okay, to generate something. So now you can see you already have 1 courses with outline. Okay, not content, only outline. Okay. So in here you can see this is the course description. It also comes with the course description also for you. Okay, so this is course for design for what, everything, blah blah blah. Okay, down here is the lesson. So you can see here is the 4 lesson just now. Okay, so now let us try to jump to create content. So add content and then create lesson. Okay, so of course you can, if you want to create by yourself manually, no problem. But now today I just want to show you, you also can create the content using AI. So now I already just show you for you the content with AI. Just click AI blocks. Okay. Now you can see here, you can see 3 different topics. Okay, suggest from your course outline. So this one is integrate, come back with the one that just now generate the course outline. Okay, so let's say for example, I want to generate a blog for the content regarding about defining unwelcome behavior. So just click it. Okay, so it will ask you, okay, what type of blog that you want? Okay, paragraph, statement, or list, or accordion, interactive blogs, or sorting activity, flashcard, or table. So for example, this just a sample. I just click paragraph. Okay, so here it will help you to draft what are the content in this blog, okay, including the title and then the content here. If you feel it's very good enough, okay, after you reading it, you then just click insert blog, or you say that okay, maybe this is too long. Okay, I don't want to make my learners burden. Okay, I can make it shorter. Okay, just click it. So it will generate a new one for you. Okay, and then you read it again. If you feel it, everything's good, you just insert blog. Okay, so now the blog is there. That's it. Okay, it's not only you can insert the content within these 3 suggested topics. Actually, you can also insert your own blog that you want. For example, normally when we start a new course, I start with rhetorical questions. So maybe I just put I want a rhetorical questions about sexual harassment. Okay, so this is, for example, this is out of the outline topic. So just click enter. Okay, of course, they will ask me again, okay, what are the blocks that I want? Okay, I just put statement. Okay. So you see, it come out certain rhetorical question. Do you truly understand what is constituted sexual harassment? Rating. Okay, so if think is okay, just insert block. And then maybe this one, I just okay, so you not only you've been restricted into the that outline, you also can create other outline also, other topic out from the outline. Okay, so this is not only creating the blocks, you also can create image also. So how to create image? For example, let me insert the image at here. And background image. So maybe I don't like this background image. I want to generate with AI. So click it, click edit, click replace with AI. Click it. I just put office background. Okay, for style, there are certain styles that you have. You can choose like cinematic, pantry, watercolor, three dimension. I just put minimal, okay, and then generate image. So you generate certain few variation of image. You can choose whatever you like. Then you can choose to download all if you like. Okay, or maybe you can select one. Let's say, for example, I like this one. Okay, to view. Okay, this one is nice. You just click insert. So the background will be automatically updated. Okay, so it's not only generate text for you, outline for you, it also generate, how to say, image for you. So you don't need to go out to the third-party website or software to generate or find image. Okay, you can prompt it directly by yourself. Okay, so of course, now you only can generate text, outline, and image. How about interaction? Does it can generate interaction? Yes, that says. Let me jump to another topic for the lesson. Sorry, with AI blocks. So maybe next topic I want to put workplace policy and procedure. So this one sounds like a procedure. Okay, so it's a process. Okay, so maybe process. Then I want to use a process block. Click it. Okay, now it will define me what is the outline. Okay, like introduction is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 is step summary. Okay, at this point you still can modify this outline if you want. Okay, if you go to it, just use this outline. Then you will move to the next slide, which is produce the detail, the content for you. Okay, just now it's outline. Like this is the item that you want. Is it okay? If okay, then proceed. Then I generate the content for you. So now the content still too long. Okay, maybe I can make it shorter. Shorter. Now it's shorter already. Maybe I just want to bulk the key term. Okay, so for easy for my learners to identify what is the key term. So just also bulk the key term. Okay, so help me bulk the key term for me. Okay, now it looks nice, everything. I just click insert. Okay, so now this is an interactive block already. Okay, generated by AI. Right? So now you can see from the creating outline, creating blocks, creating interactive block, it does not like you talking with ChatGPT. You prompt, it give you direct answer. Okay? It's just like an assistant for you. Okay, ask you whether this is correct or not, this is good or not. You still have the right to change it. Okay, so the best if you always remember what you want to do. Okay, so you QC it, see it, everything's done, then you just click continue or conform, something like that. Okay, of course, this is the interactive block. Now, already content, already interactive block, what left? Okay, of course, when we talk about e-learning, of course, we have quiz lah. Okay, so with AI system, you also can create a quiz. Okay, based on your lesson here. Okay, so how to create a quiz? Then you go out here, okay, click AI assistant. Okay, you can see generate quiz here. So just click quiz. Okay, if you don't have any requirement like text, blue taxonomy, something like that, then you just click generate quiz. But if you have, you say you have, you want to test certain level of blue taxonomy, then you can click customize quiz. Then insert your specific learning outcome or any objective. Okay, what you want to test the learners from this quiz. Okay, by this case, I just go with without customization. So click generate quiz. Okay, just wait few seconds, let the AI to generate certain question for you first. Okay, so you just sit there, and then maybe have a coffee, something like that. Okay, it's quite fast. It's almost done. Start there. Okay, maybe the brain say, okay, now done. Okay, you can see now, just now I have 4 lessons. Now I have new extra lesson called quiz already. So now jump into the quiz. You can see I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 quiz. Okay. Okay, of course you can add in more manually, or you want to generate with AI, no problem also. If you think 6 is not enough lah. Okay, now do you think generate quiz is already wow? Actually it's not. Okay, the other like me. So next here, let's say for example here. For second question, you can see here, you see the feedback here. Each of the choice have their own feedback. Okay, so for when we go through the e-learning courses, normally when we go, like we correct, we answer the quiz correctly or incorrectly, what is the feedback? Maybe like good job, or maybe try again. That's it, nothing else. That's it. Okay, now with AI, okay, actually IDs also can do like this. Okay, I give every question feedback. So let the learners to learn from the mistakes, something like that, like why I'm wrong, why I'm correct, something like that. But for ID, if you do it like manually, like it time consume for you because you need to think different. Like if I have 4 different choices, I need to think 4 different feedback. If I have 6 choices, how about? Okay, so now with AI, you can use the AI help you to choose. AI help you to generate the feedback for you already. Okay, so it can tell you. I will call it as a constructive feedback. Okay, it doesn't mean like it does not like the previous one. If I correct, then what I learn. That's it. Okay, but now with the AI, give me a constructive feedback. When I answer it correctly, at least I know why I correct. Kalau lah, if the learner is bad lah, okay. If the learner is wrong, I also can know that with this feedback why I'm wrong. Okay, what is the correct answer, something like that. Okay, so this is quiz, right? So after the quiz, what else? Of course lah, it's a summary. Okay, so with AI, you also can generate course summary also. Okay, just click it. Also, if you have a certain requirement, you also can click customize summary for you. Okay, how detailed you want. Okay, how keep them, something like that. So in this case, just demo, I just put summary with dollar. So generate summary. Okay, also we will go through your content, okay, your lesson there, and then come out summary for you. Okay. Great. So now you can see here already has a summary. Right? Of course, now what you see is like everything is in text based. Okay, as we know that learners are divided into this. Okay, we have a visual learners, we have a text learners, we have theoretical learners, we have audio learners. Okay, for here, unfortunately for Atelier, we don't have generated video. Okay, so but as you see before, my 2 colleagues like Nick and Ash have generated video. So if you generate a video with the Beyond and Collision, you can upload into Rise. Okay, for example, now defining unwelcome behavior. Okay, so I just put in a video here. Okay, so I can upload it with the video that generated by my friends here. Understanding sexual harassment. Do it. Take a few seconds to upload and process the video. Okay, so the processing time is depends on how big is your video. Okay, it's such as like you upload your video to Facebook, YouTube, or what. Okay, the longer the video, the higher quality of video, the longer the time for them to be done rendering. Right? Wow.
Yeah, maybe while waiting, we can answer a few questions in the Q&A.
Yes.
All right. So let's have a quick look. Does the AI, Articulate AI generate other form of content apart from text? Example, can it create a video?
Oh yeah, yes. So as I mentioned just now, so for Articulate, we so far haven't had these features like you can generate video, okay, but you can generate image. You can generate image, and not video. Okay, I don't know in future updates might be.
All right. Let's move on to the second question before we continue. After insert block, can I still edit text?
Of course, yes. Let's say for example, this is the one defining unwelcome behavior. This is the one that generated by the AI just now. So I still can edit it. Just click edit, content here, and then I just delete it, certain thing. Then you can see it's reflected. You're still able to edit it. It doesn't mean that you can't edit. It does not. It doesn't fix that. Okay, you have a right to control it. Okay, even though after you prompt 2 days after that you feel regret to prompt like that. Okay, you want to delete properly. Okay, unlike ChatGPT, the result is there. Okay, unless you change your prompt update, then you change. Okay, in here it's still Articulate. What the Articulate do? Best part here is it still give you yourself an ID have the right to choose whether you want to remove it or you want to continue with it. Yeah, so that's why they call it AI assistant. Okay, it's your assistant. You are the boss. Okay, now already upload the video. So here you can see.
Good day, everyone. Today, I'll be talking about an important and sensitive topic, sexual harassment in the workplace. Our goal is to create awareness and help build a safer, more respectful working environment for everyone. Let's take a few minutes to understand what sexual harassment really is, how it can show up, and what we can do to prevent it. Sexual harassment can take many forms, and it's not always.
So you can see that it's not only rely on one tools. Okay? You can combine 2 to 3 different tools. For coalition, I can put in my video in there. So using video to create a scenario for let the learners to pen out the real life scenario. Okay? Or maybe for onboarding courses, okay, you can use your post avatar to put it as a welcome video like that. Okay, so to cater one course to cater different kinds of learners. Okay, not only for one person. Okay. So of course, we already see the AI everything. Okay, you can generate box, text, you can generate image, everything. Now, the next point is localization. As we know that normally we creating a course is in US, okay, or English, like from UK or the US, or maybe the content that we get from the app vendor, everything is from English also. Okay, so we have certain employee that is only can gone through the course with only local language like Malay, Chinese, everything. Okay, so how can we do localization? Okay, so now before this, before AI exists, okay, how we do the localization is I need to duplicate the course, export it, duplicate it, and then do it manually, edit it manually, okay, translate by myself, or I export it out, okay, give the file to the verified or certified translator to do certain translating, and then I import it back. Okay, but now with localization, you don't need to do that. Okay, you just need to click saja. Okay, so how? For example, this is the one that I created just now with AI, workplace session, harassment awareness training, okay, 18 and 19 June. Okay, so to localize it into, for example, I want to localize into 3 different languages, Malay, Tamil, and Chinese. Okay, I just need to click 3 dots and then translate. So click it, okay, you can see the source language. If you from UK language, you can click UK. For now, for example, this one is American English, let's put American. So now here is the target language, what kind of language you want to change. So in here, articulate localization is support, I think 77 language. Yeah, 77. So let's say, let's find Malay. Okay. And then next one is Chinese. Okay, so simplify Chinese. Okay. And then last one is Tamil. Select it. So you can see I've selected 3 different languages. Malay, simplified Chinese, and Tamil. Okay, then I click translate. So I translate the course within, I think within minutes. Okay, you can see now it's already translated. Okay, before this I need to copy, do it one by one. Okay, now it already. Okay, so already have me. Okay, this is okay, this is definition. Okay, so now this is the one that original. Okay, you can see. You understanding sexual harassment, everything. Okay, now if I go to Malay. Very well. Okay, memahami gangguan seksual. Okay, change for you. Okay. How about Chinese? Okay. BG. So there. How about Tamil? Okay, of course this one cannot verify. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So
It's correct.
it's correct. But never mind, even though you don't know Chinese and Tamil for Tamil, okay, you also come with validation processes. Okay. You can export into a review. Okay. For example, like this one, the one that's already export, you can send the link to your translator to let them review. Okay, so when they do translation, they also can see the concurrent reflected things. For example, now first thing here, latihan kesedaran gangguan kerja. Okay, maybe latihan is not accurate. It may be khusus. So I'm a translator. After I validated, I can change here latihan kepada khusus. Okay, so I can see directly here macam mana dia how it was. Okay, it's on the spot. Okay, unlike the before one, unlike the previous way, before I import it, I cannot imagine how the cost will be. But now with localization, I can give my translator this link, then they can translate directly here, okay, and then they can see the result also. Okay, so here khusus kerja. Okay, my translation, I think everything is pasal undang-undang. Hilangkan. Yeah, I think everything is fine. Okay, so I just click mark overview validated. Okay, so click it. So which means as a translator, I already confirm that everything's okay. So when come back to a developer or a course owner, okay, when I refresh it, I also may know like, okay, my validator or translator already done certain validation. It's not this one. Okay, you can see here, I have one here. It's a notification saying that, hey, your translator have done certain modification. Okay, so let's say I go to Malay, it's still latihan. Okay, so let's say now I'm curious, like what are the things that it changed? So I just click this three dot, and then I can see view in 360. Click it. So I can see here, oh, this is the one that is edited. Edited by who? Here I will put edited by me. Okay, because me lah. Okay, so 11:40 p.m. So of course, if other people they will standard. Okay, cool. So now it still also depends on me whether I want to accept these changes or not. If I want to reject it, also no problem. If I want to accept it, I just click import suggestion. So you can see latihan later will become kursus. Just click latihan kursus. That's it. Okay. So now, don't get me wrong. Even though AI can help you to create content, localization, everything, but you still need to have a human to verify, validate it. Okay. This process is cannot remove everything. It is very important to have a QA, quality assurance, and quality check. Okay. So just a summary. Okay. So you can use AI to generate the course outline, course content, everything. And then of course you can use the AI to localize it to a language like Malay and then Chinese, and then of course including validation process. Okay, so that's it. So we can move to the Q&A if you have any questions.
Okay, great. Thank you, Andy. So let's continue for the few next questions on the Q&A here. Have you faced any limitations with RISE that instructional designers should be aware of when scaling content?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Just wanted to ensure that everyone online is able to see you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not yet. Maybe when to. Okay. So everyone is able to see. Andy. Okay, so let's repeat on the questions again. Have you faced any limitations when RISE, with RISE, that the ID should be aware of when scaling the content?
Scaling the content.
You mean creating the content, is it?
Content.
Yeah, I mean in using RISE.
In using RISE, okay, before AI come in, okay, before you jump to the RISE, the ID need to do the content analysis first. And then they need to verify with the subject matter expert whether this content is true or not. Okay, or maybe this is the one that I want to present to learners, whether are you okay or not, or maybe you want to do certain change the focus, then. But now with AI, you can generate by your own, and then it's already is in a course already. Before this, when we do content analysis, either it's in PowerPoint or it's Word. So there's like some limitation for the SME to imagine like how the course would look like. Then, but now with using AI, you can come out the course online very quick time. Okay? So you can put more focusing on put on everything into the prototype. So let the SME or let the client see that, okay, actually I can imagine this is how the flow already. Yeah. So I hope I can answer the questions.
Yeah. I think I do have questions maybe to add value to the session for today. Because like what Andy have shown, you'll be able to do multiple languages, right? For those who are creating multiple languages content in your organization, I believe that in terms of tracking the content, you need to do like, okay, Bahasa, I need to track how many people have completed the Bahasa version, how many people have completed the English version. So maybe you would like to highlight the localization, one of the highlight feature that can put in one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, thank you for mentioning that. So for localization, okay, before this, if once we do localization, if we, as I mentioned, you need to, duplicate it. Okay, it's two different independent thing already. So when it comes to publishing the score, it will become two different scores also. Okay, so when I want to track, so when these two different scores, when upload into LMS, have two different reports. So report for English, report for the Malay. But now with localizations, you can export multiple language in one SCORM package only. So you just need to upload one SCORM package into the learning management system. So if I'm a Malay, I just select Malay language. If Chinese, I select Chinese language. So all the report are in the same SCORM that I can see already. Yeah, before this, I need to go to how many people, how about learners in Malay, how much the marks is there, how much is the completion rate, everything. And then I need to check another language for Chinese. But now, if I put it in one SCORM package, I can know entire employee, because the employee just need to select the language only. They are accessing the same SCORM file, but different language. That's it. So it's easy for you to tracking up like completion rates, passing marks.
Okay, thank you. So we have two more questions here. Can anyone access my content when it is in the platform? I believe it's when anyone can access to your content when you're using Articulate.
Is it? Oh, okay. So if you mean the one that review 360, so if you put it in review 360 and then you share the link to your SME, so by right, anyone with the link, they can access the content. Okay, but again, you can set out a password for it if you want. Okay, so whenever you give the link to the subject matter, you give them with the password. So only the SME have the access. Of course, anyone want to comment, anyone want to change the translation, everything, they need to log in first. Okay, not Articulate account, just a Gmail. Okay, just add the email account. That's it. Okay. So yeah, this one is in review 360. But if you say upload into a platform like a learning management system, so the learners that be assigned to that course, then they can access the course. Okay. Otherwise, they cannot access the course. This one is on LMS. So I'm not sure which platform you mentioned.
Yeah, so Zato, it would be great if let's say you can maybe elaborate a little bit more about your questions. If let's say we doesn't reply it correctly. Let's move on to the next question from Hannes. Can Articulate track the completion of module? Yeah, the participants module.
Can Articulate track the completion of module?
Maybe I can answer. I can help to answer on this. So basically, Articulate itself actually is just more like a pure e-learning authoring tool where the tracking actually can be done within your learning platform. But again, Articulate do have a separate learning platform called Articulate Rise, where it can help you to track the learner learning progress. Yeah. So if let's say you would like to know. Yeah, Reach 360, sorry. Reach 360, where you can simply just create your content in Articulate Rise just now and then publish in Reach, and then you just assign to your learner. So the Reach 360 will be able to track your learner learning progress. If let's say in the event that you do not have a learning platform internally. Yeah. So let us know. We're happy to have a session with you to explore more. Next one. The next question, what would you say are what would you say are the key difference or advantages of Articulate versus other authoring tools? Because the price range is very high, right?
I see. You mean like compared to ice cream or the big can develop? So I would say for Articulate is all in one suite. Okay, it does not only rise only. Okay, it does come with storyline also. It does come with studio also. Okay, it also come with the what we call review 360. Okay, so every process that you've gone through in developing e-learning content, Articulate is already have the tools for you. Okay, for example, starting from constructing. Okay, you have 3 different tools for you to choose. Okay, I want to construct a course with storyline. I want to construct the course with the Rise, or I want to construct the course with Studio. Okay, so Studio 360 is another tools, authoring tools like iSpring. Okay, Rise 360 is the tools like similar like Adobe Captivate. Okay, if you want to compare. Okay, so this is when we talk about construction. Okay, now after construction, we need to have review also. Okay, other tools, if I want to give review, I need to either I export it into a file, Word file, and then I give to the what do we call learning subject matter expert to gone through everything. But in Articulate, Okay, no matter you do it in Rise, do it in Storyline, or do it in Studio 360, you just need to publish to Review 360, which is the one that I just showed you just now. Okay, so with this Review 360, you can send the link to the subject matter expert or stakeholders. They can review the course already, okay, which is what the learners will see. Okay, they can directly comment there also. Okay, so when they comment in there, you can see it, they can see it also. Okay, so after that, you can do certain resolve, comment everything, and then when you upload a second version, you are not upload another thing for them. You just use the same link only. Okay, so in the review, let me share my stop. So in the review, you can see here, I have a current version. Okay, so how many versions are there? It will be tracked here. So it's very helpful if I want to, for the review processes. Let's say I've gone through 10 different versions. Okay, how about if I lose, if I put it into Word document, how about if I lose the document? Okay, now everything is in cloud. So that's why I can track back everything. Okay, how the first version look like. I just click it, one click, I can see the first version. Okay, how about what is the comment? I can click the comment, I can see the comment. So it helps you to gather everything in one platform. Okay, so this is the value that Articulate has. Okay, you don't need to go outside. Okay, everything within that. So I would say this is the value. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that is the last question. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I think my chat moderator will post the survey link in there. So of course for today's demo, it's just the expert tip only. Okay, if you want to have more detail, want to know more, you can feel free to scan, answer the survey, get into book demo with us. Of course, you can put in your feedback. Okay, so it's very important for us. So just pass to Alice.
Yep, thank you, Andy. All right, so let's stop sharing that. So yeah, since someone is talking about the pricing, if let's say you ask me, actually, when it comes to any investment, it's just more on the matter of, if let's say I buy one thing, let's say it's like I go to 2 ringgit shop, like eco shop, I bought one thing, but I doesn't really use. If you ask me, actually, it's more like a waste. But if let's say I bought an expensive bed, okay, in my room, and I'm enjoy my sleep every day, and I utilize it. So I think at the end of the day is whether do you really utilizing it, and what are the value of these tools that are able to provide to you. Yeah, I think when it comes to price-wise, of course, we can always discuss on that further, but most importantly, whether do you see the value, and whether is this particular tools able to add value to our training material. Yeah. Okay, so here comes the last part. Okay, I hope that these 3 gentlemen and ladies do provide you a better insights, how these 3 different tools easily can create, and especially leveraging with the AI, right? So I do have one case study I would like to share. So this is something that it happens during the pandemic. Okay, so of course with the approach of blended learning, we have this one financial institution training provider. Okay, it's one of famous actually in Malaysia. So they require to, let's say you need to be certified bankers, for example, you're required to attend their trainings. So what we did is that last time they have this like 1-day program. I'm just taking this example only. Like they have this 1-day training. Before the pandemic, all of the participants are required to attend physically at their training center. Okay, it's a 9 to 5 session. And you can imagine that the same trainer is going to teach the same topic throughout the whole year. And you know what? One day when they come to find us, they say what? eLearning Minds, I can not only teach A to Z, I can even teach Z to A, because I've been so many years I'm teaching the same topic over and over again. Can you imagine that? Yeah. So, but because no choice, because this is a compliance, this is mandatory content. So especially for FI. Right. So of course, when during the pandemic, okay, the physical mode has been changed into a virtual mode where everyone do online. Okay. So as we know, when it comes to online, the interaction, the engagement is not there. Yeah. And secondly is when the lecturer is saying something or the trainer saying something and the participant doesn't open your camera, they say, "I camera shy lah, I tak pakai tudung lah, I'm not prepared with this lah." But when the lecturer or the trainer asks question, then they ask, any questions? Yeah, it's just like silent, you know, it's like beep like that. So the engagement, the interaction is not there. And as a part of these more very important topics, we really wanted to ensure that whether, you know, Mr. Participant, are you really understand or not? Right? So how we redesign, we help them work together and redesign the program is that from a 1-day program into 9-day. I said, at least I need to attend 1 day right now, I need to attend 9 days. Okay, so let's talk about how actually this 9 days is being transformed. Okay, so this is the challenges that I have mentioned. So the solution is that, because as I mentioned earlier, if you still remember the blended training and also the flipped classroom. Okay, so the theoretical part actually is the same because the fundamental, you know, is very important. Okay, but important yet, but you no need to like have the same trainer. I repeat myself again and again. So what we did is that actually we record and we make it become an e-learning courses, and then we plug it in the learning platform. Okay, so I think if I'm not mistaken, the whole module is about I think 4 hours long with the total full courses. Okay, then we plug it inside the LMS. Okay, then the participants are being assigned to do self-paced learning for about a week. So if let's say I'm a slow learner, I take time. If let's say I'm fast learner, I can just complete it in a day or two. Okay, but after that, still very important, the interaction part. So what the trainer did is that, okay, rather than you need to attend my session 9 to 5, so right now you just need to attend my physical or could be a virtual engagement session for 2 hours. So you imagine that right now, dulu trainer, I need to do 9 to 5 for one batch. Right now, I can do morning 2 hour session, afternoon 2 hour session. In between, when I'm free, I still can enhance my material. You can see that the value of the trainer and the time that they spend is getting lesser. Yeah, but again, of course, if let's say you're a training provider, I can do more business. Yeah, instead of one batch right now, I can conduct 2 batch. But eventually for the trainer in-house, it's the same as well, right? So after a week, the learner has been completed. Of course, with the criteria, before you come into the engagement session, the participants are required to complete the whole module first. Then the participants actually is given the option. If I'm not mistaken, they set it on every Friday. So you can select whether you want to attend the morning session or afternoon session, depends on your availability. So it makes the participant also very flexible. The good news is, as organizations, I don't need to send my employee for a full day training. Right now, they can just do e-learning and then just still have the engagement with the trainer, right? Then afterwards, so during this 2 hour session, so what the trainer did is that they share what is the latest regulatory things happen, what is the case studies, okay? And then they do Q&A activities, because when you do e-learning, you may have some certain questions come in place. So during this 2 hour session, is very good session that you start engage with your trainer, put up your questions, Q&A. So this is how the training redesigning from 1 day to 9 days. But the real engagement of the time with the trainer actually is reduced. Yeah, but these 2 hours is very valuable. Yeah, so in the result, actually, everyone is, I would say it's more like a win-win-win. Okay, so win, I mean, as a training provider, we are happy that we don't need to repeat ourselves again and again, but again, we can able to do a lot more businesses with different batch of the participants. Second win is, as participants, I can have my own pace, okay, in doing the learning. And then the third win, actually, as an organization, I don't need to send out my participant out, my employee out of their office. Yeah, because sending out my employee out of their working zone also is a cost. Yeah, so I just need to have them maybe half a day of the engagement with the training. So for me, actually, this is a training. Of course, there are a lot more so-called success story or even case studies that we can share, but this is one of the sample that to conclude our session for today. Okay, so I think this will be pretty much on my last slide. So these are the 3 different tools that we have been covered for today. So how actually, if let's say we were to really adopt blended learning to make slightly different in terms of deliver our training method. So these are the tools that eventually can help us to prepare all the pre-reading material or even theoretical kind of the learning material as well. Okay, so I think that's pretty much on the last slide. So any questions, feel free to flash out in the Q&A if let's say you have any, or else appreciate to hear the feedback that we can improve everyone together. So do feel free to put in your feedback, okay? So let's have a quick flash, maybe check with the team. Is there any further questions, Q&A, while everyone is doing the survey? Yeah, I think most of us already completed the Q&A, and we are happy to have it with you. And we are just on time, 2 hours. Yeah. Okay, so hope that this is a very fruitful session to everyone. Okay, and also give us slightly different idea, no? Not only the traditional way. Please don't get me wrong, it still works, but maybe we can do it better. Okay, with different tools, maybe with AI, and even approach. You may want to think of the approach of how actually we deliver the training, right? Okay, so I'll look forward to see you all again. Oh, okay, wait. I do have one question. Okay, great session. It was packed with useful info with some awesome titles. Okay, thank you for that. Viongo, Collagen, Articulate, Rise, and Reach 360. Okay, all have their own cool features, and it's super interesting to learn what they can do. Yeah, thank you very much, Shada. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, thank you everyone for your time. Then I'll look forward to see you guys again. So do feel free to put in your feedback. We love to have more in the future, and we are also learning. So appreciate your feedback, as well as yeah, there will be something like if let's say you want to learn more, we're going to have like one-on-one session. It will be more dedicated to you, that what you wanted to achieve. So we have been in the market for more than 20 years in serving this, providing the right solution or digital learning solution for our customers. And see you all again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
How to do it, you know?
Yes, actually it's very easy as per what you can see.